at Budget 2021, all the major budgets that have been presented before were usually in any kind of paper form. But this was for the first time that the budget was presented in a digital tablet form. Now, if you look at the key points in this budget, the first one being, of course, senior citizens above the age of 75. Now, senior citizens above the age of 75 whose income comes from their pension or the interest on pension are no longer required to file income tax returns. Now, this is a very good step by the government, considering the fact that the old population, or basically the senior citizens, are more vulnerable to catching the COVID-19 virus. Now, if you look at the other key points, of course, being the health expenditure. Because of the COVID-19 pandemic, all the countries across the world have increased their health expenditure. All the countries across the world. And India has also followed a similar path. India has allocated more than 35,000 crore on COVID-19 vaccines. Besides this, the government has also planned to launch Prime Minister Atmanirbhar Swachh Bharat Yojana. Approximately 64,000 crore will be spent in this scheme across 6 years. And the major objective of this scheme is to improve the healthcare system in the country and also to establish primary healthcare across the country. Now, this is a very good step, considering that all other countries are also focusing on their health expenditure and we need to work on our health infrastructure. Roughly, if you compare it with all the previous budgets, we have had roughly 137% increase in health expenditure, which is of course more than 100%. Now, if you look at customer guarantee, now customer guarantee has been increased from 1 lakh to 5 lakh rupees. Now, what is customer guarantee? Now, suppose you go and deposit certain money in bank. Now, you are worried, what happens? Is my money safe in the bank? What happens if the bank incurs losses? Will I get my money back? Because every depositor is worried about the money that they deposit in the bank. It should be safe. So if the bank incurs losses for any policy reason or for any other reason, the government will pay you 5 lakh rupees. So this limit has been increased. This is basically to gain the trust of the depositor, to ensure that people feel secure to deposit their money in the bank. Now, the question of gig workers. Government is planning to increase the coverage of gig workers. So, government is planning to launch a separate portal to collect information about gig workers. Now, naturally, the question is, who are gig workers? What do they do? Now, gig workers are whom you interact with almost every week. Your Ola, Uber drivers, they are gig workers. Uber Eats, Swiggy, all the food delivery services, the persons who deliver it are all gig workers. So basically, the gig workers, an important feature is they do not have any monthly income. It is not that their income is fixed, that these workers receive this sum of money at the end of the month. It doesn't work that way. They have no fixed income. Rather, their income is based upon the number of services they provide. For example, if an Uber driver completes 2 rides, he will get paid for 2 rides. If another driver covers or provides 5 rides, he will be paid more. So it is just on the amount of deliveries that you do or the amount of trips that you take. So this is a highly unorganized sector. Now, if it is an unorganized sector, the gig workers are unable to get the benefits of various government schemes like insurance schemes, health benefits. So what government is trying to do is to collect information about these gig workers and then make them come together so that they can avail the benefits of various housing schemes, various health benefits which are provided by the government. So this is a good move, considering that gig workers are part of the unorganized sector of the economy. Now, if you look at the age of the vehicles, normally if a vehicle is used for a large period of time, it leads to air pollution. Now, government has proposed that private vehicles can be used for a maximum of 20 years and commercial vehicles can be used for a maximum of 15 years. So what this does is fulfills a twin objective. On one hand, by putting such a limit, you are reducing the air pollution, and also on the other hand, such a move will lead to revival of the automobile sector, which has been badly hit by the pandemic. So as soon as this announcement was made in the budget, the auto industry shares, the major auto industry shares went up. The government has also announced more incentives for the startups. Now if you look at the startups, the government has provided eligibility for tax holiday by more than a year until 31st March 2022. So what is tax holiday? Tax holiday is basically the initial phases of establishing a startup, under which the startup is allowed to not pay taxes. So the startup doesn't need to pay taxes in the initial period of tax holiday. So in order to boost the startup industry, government has provided this benefit of tax holiday and also various other benefits. Now majority of the people believe that government will reduce the tax rates because the middle class was badly hit by the pandemic, various jobs were lost. But the government has stuck to the same tax rates. We believe that by reducing the tax rate, people will have more money in their hand, they can spend more, and then the circulation of money would increase. But the government has stuck to same tax rates. Overall, this budget is a good budget considering that it will propel the economic growth and the GDP of the country would increase. However, a little tax benefit could have been provided to the middle class, considering the fact that majority of the people have lost their jobs in the pandemic.